I wonder what went through Bear McCreary's head when he was making these tracks. Because I hear people shouting monsters' names and all I can think about is this.
God, Godzilla 放射能ミニラもポーポー
Whoa, double coach gag. Just to show how much I care. Well guys, it's finally here. After a really long wait, the new Godzilla movie is here. And while the critical reception was rather cold, the public seems to like it. The ones who watched it anyway. So of course I'm gonna milk the hype train as much as I can and make a whole video talking about this mess. I mean, blast of a movie. 2014's Godzilla relied heavily on a philosophy, possibly suggested by Yoichi Tsubano, of always shooting the action as if it was from the point of view of a human being. This, combined with a super dark cinematography, was supposed to give the movie a more grounded feel to it. And it worked. Godzilla has a plot of a Showa-era movie for sure, but it looks like Cloverfield. And a lot of people didn't like this approach. After all, it wasn't very flattering to the character, quickly becoming the major point of complaint for the movie. Kong was an attempted course correction, featuring fast-paced action, bright colors and Tom Hiddleston in a gas mask chopping mini dinosaurs with a machete. Also, a lot of Kong. Even when the characters were not around him, we knew what he was up to. People liked it, more so than the last movie. So keeping up with that would be the logical step for the franchise to follow, right? King of the Monsters had another idea. This movie cranks up the action of the previous one with more monsters, more fights and more colors. At the same time, they try to keep the focus on the human characters at all times, always shifting to them whenever possible. Maybe that's even the reason why so many reviewers complain about the plot. The movie insists on reminding you that there's like a story. So, while the action here is bigger and more extensive than previously seen, it also feels, paradoxically, just as short and unflattering. And this mentality is not confined to the monster battles either. Remember last video, the one about Terror of Mechagodzilla, when I mentioned that Ishiro Honda used the destruction scenes as a way of emphasizing urgency? Well, at some point in this movie we are told that there are several giant monster attacks happening all over the globe. And I say we are told because we never actually see this happening on screen, only through some quick news reports on TV. This approach cheapened the whole third act for me. By scaling up the action while at the same time retaining the same narrative approach of the 2014 movie, King of the Monsters never truly delivers on what it promised. It feels conflicted to what to do and where to go, like it owes something to the first one, but still wanting to do its own thing. This duality even extends to the movie's script, that can decide if it should treat the monsters like these godlike forces of nature or some overgrown animals that need our protection. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, I didn't like this movie very much, I'm sorry. The action was poorly executed, the humor was lacking, and the plot is so dull that I could spend another video just complaining about it. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what is Mothra's role in the movie and why the hell are people shipping her with Godzilla? Even the director? This has to stop now! But I would really want to have more footage of the movie to back me up, so a more in-depth analysis will have to wait. I get that none of what I mentioned so far is really a nuisance to most people, but I sense a lack of direction in the franchise that could really be a problem for it going on. Or maybe not. Kong seems to have critical immunity, and I wish I was more excited for this franchise, but it's hard after having watched this movie. And even harder knowing that the guy who directed Godzilla vs. Kong also directed this. But hey, I'm a freaking degenerate with no taste. What did you guys think of the movie? And why am I even asking? I know you love this. But leave your opinions in the comments anyway. I love talking with you guys. Now, quick channel update. I'm going to do a short break in the Godzilla retrospective. There are two reasons for it. First, I'm a little bit tired of Godzilla. I'm worn out on the subject and need a little time to breathe. Maybe that explains why I didn't like the movie. Second is that I don't want to become the guy who only talks about Godzilla. That was never the intention for the channel, as I'm eager to grasp on other subjects and franchise. That may even help my channel grow, I don't know. And I'm really sorry to disappoint those of you who are here for Godzilla. I really hope you enjoy my next short retrospective. But for those of you who are not much into the subject, by the way, the subject rhymes with Psionical, come back in a month when I have resumed my Godzilla series. And sorry for the shorter video. I just felt that I needed to explain the break and also tackle what bothered me the most in King of the Monsters. Thanks for sticking with me for this long. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.